Objective of bank reconciliation process. To make sure we have captured every transaction that is reported in the bank statement. Of course, bank will not report checks deposited but not collected, whereas our ledger will include them. We need to identify them. Banks will also not report any checks that we have issued but third party has not presented it to the bank to collect money. We need to identify them. However, every entry in bank statement should be in our bank ledger, otherwise they need to be created or reported to bank as error. Using the identified transaction not reported in the bank statement yet, we need to reconcile the difference between bank ledger balance and bank statement balance. LEOBIZ expects to capture bank statement electronically so that we can identify in the system itself what bank transactions are reconciled with which of our ledger transactions. Bank reconciliation process involves 6 steps. First step: downloading bank statement from online banking system into Excel.cv format and obtain Excel file. Second step: creating the bank statement summary and bank statement details in the system by uploading from text or Excel files. Third step: matching bank ledger entries and bank statement entries by the system itself by matching check numbers and amounts. Fourth step: manually matching entries that could not be done by the system due to error in value date or matching multiple entries in one for single entry in the other. Fifth step: creating ledger entries for bank statement entries that are missing in our bank ledger. Sixth step is to print the statement showing bank balance as per ledger and bank statement and show these differences are due to the identified transactions.
Step 1. Downloading from online banking system. We have used commercial bank system. However, details may vary from bank to bank but pattern will be similar. Choose the appropriate function. Choose the bank account number and give the date range for downloading. Export to Excel. Step 2. Updating the system with bank statement details. Choose the company in a multi-company environment. Choose the bank account. Capture the details of the bank statement, date, opening balance, movements. Go to the dialog to copy-paste the Excel sheet downloaded in step 1 and reformat it to match the format of the dialog. Copy the Excel and paste as shown. System will generate the sequence number. You need to be careful that if you upload twice part or full, the statement's entry will be duplicated. In the previous example, amounts are shown with sign positive for deposits and negative for withdrawals. Some banks use debit credit instead. You could upload them by choosing the format your bank gives the downloaded statement. Step 3. Matching of transactions by the system. Choose the function. Choose the company and bank account and the accounting period and click OK. System will execute the function. At the end, it will show the how each bank statement entry was handled. Status will be uploaded. If not matched, and the reason for inability match will be given. If it is matched, it will also be shown. Step 4. Interactive matching of transaction. Choose the function. Choose the company. Choose the bank account. Choose the accounting period. System will list all unmatched bank statement entries. When there are multiple transactions with same value date, amount system will not be able to match the transaction. User will have to determine which transaction to match. There are 2 entries with the same value date and amount of 2000. In this example, when you click same value date, system will list all the bank ledger transactions with same value date and amount, and the user could choose the right one to match. Sometimes value dates of bank statement could be different due to posting errors. In the selected transaction, we should search same amount with other value dates we find with a lesser value date for the first one, and higher value date in the second one. When loan was repaid, we have made one entry in our ledger for both capital and interest, whereas in the bank statement, there are 2 entries in the bank statement. Therefore, we need to match both entries in the bank statement with our one entry in the our bank ledger. When fixed deposit was closed, bank has specified the capital and interest in single transaction. Whereas in our bank ledger, we have specified capital and interest in 2 different transactions. We need to match bank transaction with 2 of our ledger transactions. There are bank charges and interest which bank has charged which we were not aware, and we need to create them in the bank ledger. We have specified these transaction attributes in the parameters called bank originated transactions. We can use the appropriate one from the list that is applicable for specific bank statement entry for which we need to create. When we choose them, it will show the GL number that will be debited, credited. If that is not the one we want debit, credit, we could vary them before generating the entry in the bank ledger. There are transactions that we may have to debit bank ledger and credit another personal account. If choose one those types, it will display the default personal account number that will be the contra for bank ledger entry. This personal account also can be varied before creating the bank ledger entry. One of the quite frequently encountered situation when you have thousands of customers, they could deposit checks into our bank account directly without informing, and they will appear in the bank statement. This situation is resolved by crediting a common open item subledger account named unknown customer and credit that account so that bank reconciling process can be completed. The unknown customer account entries should be resolved subsequently by investigating. Next bank entry is for bank transfer in corresponding charges. In the bank ledger we only have transfer but not the charges. We can match the transfer entry and create the charges entry. You need to match part first so that for the balance charge can be generated. You need to note that if there are bank ledger entries that need to be created with multiple contra entries, you need to create them using standard financial transaction processing function and return to bank reconciliation function.
Step 6. Producing bank reconciliation statement. On completion of the bank matching all the transactions in the bank statement entry, we could produce the bank reconciliation statement. If the bank balance captured in step 1 does not match the bank balance calculated, bank balance captured in step 1 will be printed.